Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very good tutorial for you guys. It is maintenancing a blonde. She has not been to me in about a good 365 days minimum. So we are going to touch up these roots. We're going to use a half highlight foil and we are going to be doing baby lights. I'm going to show you how to maintenance some blonde hair that has been fragile and had previous damage. If you guys are true OG Brett Ryan supporters by now, you know I'm using my Holy Grail Lightener, which is Xoxoxo Blonde Me with 20 volume. That's my ride or die. Use this around 95% of the time I'm doing blonding or hair in general. I am using a 16th ounce of Olaplex, and we are going to be doing a mohawk foil placement, and I'm going up on the sides on a diagonal. And I also always give my clients the option of doing 9 to 12 foils in the hairline underneath by the neck area. If you guys have been following me for quite some time, you do know I am not a huge fan of a mohawk foil placement. That's your basic foil placement they teach you in hair school throughout the entire world, is my guess. It was where I went to school, at least in Middletown, New York, and Orange County, New York. But I do like to always do the mohawk last if I'm using it, especially with a half or a full placement. If I'm doing a partial, I will do the mohawk more commonly than I would for a regular full or half highlight. But with the look I want to give her, if you pack those baby lights in very, very tightly back to back to back minimal subsections like we're going to be doing today, it can look really beautiful. If you're leaving bigger subsections or doing a thicker stitch, I don't all the time suggest doing it unless you really want the pieces to actually look a little bit more piecier, aka chunky. I do love doing the sides. I always do the back first, of course, around the neck area, work my way up the sides, and then I make my way to the top, which is the mohawk, to end it. I do start in the front, and I do end up finishing in the back. She did have previous damage about a year ago. I mean, I wouldn't say her hair was that fragile where it was really, really bad, but we did give her hair a little time to heal. I always did her hair, but we wanted to overlap. She went darker and went a bunch darker for like a more blonde look when she was always a white blonde. So we did have to kick through all the old demi-permanent color, and her hair was a little bit more drier than she was used to because we were just maintaining ever since we first took her blonde for years. I've done her hair. She's a really young girl. It's my client Amy's daughter. And what happened was they weren't used to that dryness on her hair, so they decided to take a little break because she never went through that before, even though it wasn't damaging to a normal person who's always overlapping or going back and forth between dark and light. And it, you know, when you look at it with your regular eye, you would never look at her hair and say, oh, it's damaged. But for her, it was something she wasn't used to, so they took a little break, and now we're back. So I want to show you how to basically touch up and maintenance, but also feather down through some golder ends to pop the cuticle open a little bit. It's been a year. The hair has gotten healthier. The brass has come back. Those pieces of broken up underlying pigment find themselves back together again. They cling on to each other. The hair starts feeling healthier, but the worst part is when it's feeling healthier, it's looking more yellow and brassy and golden. And the longer you go, the more orangey yellow it will look because it goes down to a level 8. This is common for all blondes. I don't know how people do it, but even if you don't overlap all the time, after every like 8 to 12 months, you do got to do a bleach wash or pop that cuticle open a little bit with 7 volume or somehow, some way, or when you tone it, the roots will always look lighter. I'm one of those people who cannot stand that. There are ways to overlap if you need to in a great way. I'm going to do an updated version on overlapping safely. I have videos throughout the past doing this, but I have come up with different ways, different techniques as I get more and more into my career as the time goes on. What are you doing?
I'm singing this song. You never heard this song?
No.
Alright.
But you got into it real quick.
I'm gonna play it for you. It's funny.
Want the good, want the bad, all the feelings. Want you happy and sad in between them. If there's one thing I truly believe in, ordinary love, ordinary love. I wanna oversleep in your shirt cause it's ours.
So get tired of people asking me for a freaking cigarette every 15 or 20 freaking minutes today. I'm with us. If you need a cigarette so bad, go buy your own goddamn cigarette. I'm not gonna give you a damn cigarette.
Never say you are not enough.
All right, guys, so we let her process for about 45 minutes without heat, like I always do, and now we're moving on to the toning portion. I'm working on her root shadow right now. I already applied it. It's been sitting for about 8 minutes. The last 2 minutes, I go in and I tap around the hairline, which I section off. And keep in mind, she does have Olaplex Part 2 on the mids and ends as a barrier, so that when I do blend with my blending comb, the Samvia comb, it's not going to bring it down and cause any streakiness or splotchiness. So you want to make sure you're always blending, even with that hairline, tapping minimally. And I only let the hairline sit for about 2 minutes, and then we bring her over and rinse. We are using Goldwell Colorance, one of my favorite lines, and we did 6N with... No, I'm sorry. We did 7N, 6A, half and half, equal parts.
I'm not asking for a God, just as long as you show me some ordinary love. So kiss me in the night, tell me that you're mine. Don't need much to believe, doesn't have to be holy.
All right, guys, so once we let her root shadow sit in that tap for the last 2 minutes, a total of 10 minutes altogether, it's looking mighty fine. We went back to the bowl. We're rinsing out the Olaplex number 2 treatment on the mids and ends, as well as that root shadow, which was 7N6A Goldwell Colorance. And now we're going to go in and we're going to do her toner, which was Redken Shade DQ 9GB 9V 10G. I worked that Redken Shade DQ in at the bowl for about 5 minutes, and it was perfect and ready. It gave us a beautiful, nice, neutral blonde, and I can't wait for you guys to see it in a second. I did, however, not get anything except for this video footage of her hair straight. I didn't get the video footage of it curled or outside. Unfortunately, guys, you know I never mess up like that, but I didn't get it. I love you guys so much. Let me know down below what you think. Let me know video ideas. I have tons of videos still yet to come out from the past few months. I did downsize to a new salon suite at Sola. I'll have a video coming really soon about that, the update. Stay tuned. Love you guys so much. Thank you for being such a big support. I love you all very much. I'll see you in the next one. As always, so long for now, guys.